though. Deac is a lot more positional, and here we have the battle between the teenagers, both 18 years old. Gukesh, World Championship challenger, is meditating with the white pieces.
Exactly, against Prague.
This seems to be the trend, mainly initiated by Vidit, that you just spam, the moves are starting to appear on the boards. Where should we go to fast?
I have Deac and Fabi, d4 and knight f6, and I see the
Gukesh sacrificing a pawn in the Catalan.
What we would call the open Catalan. There are basically two main lines of the Catalan. One line, black just keeps his pawn on d5, fortifies it, blocks the bishop, and that would be what we call the closed Catalan. The other major branch of the Catalan is whenever black captures the pawn, then we call it the open Catalan, as this bishop on g2 is open.
Really? It should be accepted, shouldn't
accepted.
it? Catalan declined, well, Catalan accepted.
I'm with you on that. We're not sometimes very, very logical. A lot of players, myself included, when I played the Catalan, often look to play queen a4 check and queen takes e4, recapturing the pawn. Today's players really do go for these Catalan gambit lines where they don't immediately or even never manage to recapture the pawn. They just say the resulting positions are good enough, and this being one of them. Takes, queen b2, knight d7, and Mira, I'm going to come over to you and say, what's the latest and greatest in the Catalan gambit? Accepted,
Well, right. The first critical
there, they haven't played the 30 games that Wesley So and Fabi played with one another, but you can see that despite their very, very young ages, they've already played each other. Truly the pride of India here. Queen c7, that rook a8, and I'm sitting there going, this looks so strange to me that black's queen side seems to be, really, really awkward to my eyes. I want to play a4, and I want to try to exploit this bishop. I've sacrificed a pawn, but obviously white's such a huge favorite to simply win it back. It feels a lot more comfortable, and anytime we get those positions where you're playing knight d5, I'm happy. I'm not getting mated on these light squares. The knight on e1's very good. I want to say that Gukesh's opening has paid some nice dividends. The jury's still out on that, of course. But for the moment, after the move queen c7, and if you're, whatever rook you're playing to b8, rook a8 or rook b8, I really feel like the compensation is more than sufficient.
And we should also mention whether it's the f rook that goes to b8 or the a rook that goes, you cannot grab that pawn on c6. That would be a terrible move.
Tell me why. Give me the pawn.
Give it, rook bishop takes c6. Yes. Well, unfortunately, there's knight to g4 because the queen is hiding there on h6.
And you're threatening checkmate in two moves. Queen takes h2 check, followed by checkmate. But you're also you're mean.
Yeah.
You're threatening. You're threatening my bishop.
I'm being complimented by an awful lot. An influencer.
And mean and everything.
once again.
So again, has to go king f3.
King f3, only move.
f3. Been here before. So king f3, king to g5, king to g3, f6, the final test. King f3, only move to make the draw. King g5, king g3,
King g3.
f6. This is it, the final test. Pragg looks like he's suffering, like.
Because he knows it was winning.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to let go of the past. Especially in this kind of situation. He was on the verge of getting his first win, he would have shared the lead. And instead, well, here it is, guys. This is the moment of truth, and king f3.
Never a doubt, right? I am not going that way. And, actually, king h3, king f3 still required. King f5 would have been a decisive error. King
h2, king f2. The white king is just simply shattering its counterpart.
Right.
And the players are going to be repeating. But there's no way for anywhere for king to go, and there it is. Pawn takes pawn. King
Did we say the
f5.
players are playing hard? Well, they're playing to naked kings. King takes f6. What a duel! And you can tell this is going to be the rivalry of the future. These two players really got the full measure of one another, I was going to say, for this one.
And here you see the players sharing their thoughts, analysing the game.